Oh my!
Oh no! No! You can't do that!
Just see that steering grip off that curve.
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface. The spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.
Good evening everybody and welcome back to Sector 1 Sim Racing. I am so rusty that not only did I forget to hit the start streaming button here in the comms box, I also forgot to unmute my microphone, so nobody has heard a single word that I have been saying for the last 45 seconds. My name, of course, is Carbon Boy, and welcome back. It is great to have you all here with us again at Sector 1. We are here into a brand new season of the Apex series, which is a multi-manufacturer event. I am sure you are all up to date with the details of which, courtesy of our stream last season. If you are not, feel free to check out the Discord link in the video description, which you will find below. Please also remember to smack that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It will certainly help us out with the algorithm. Joining me tonight in the comms box for Race 1 tonight for Category 1B is none other than the Kraken team owner, Mr. Bumcrack himself. How are we this evening?
Oh, very well, thank you, mate. Very well. That's quite the intro you did twice there.
Hopefully you're less rusty as race director as I am in the comms box.
I'm hoping not.
Yes, not my finest moment, but that's okay. We will surely get a lot smoother as the season goes along. Speaking of which, the season does kick off for the Category 1 guys tonight here at the Watkins Glen circuit in the sunny state of New York in the United States. Now, we are of course running a sprint format tonight where race 1 will be held with qualifying and a first 20-minute race in the Watkins Glen short course, and that will determine the starting order for race 2, which shall be held on the long course version of Watkins Glen, which is a touch over 5.5 kilometers long. There are 11 corners. It is the former home of the Formula 1 United States Grand Prix, and this circuit was originally opened in 1956. We could wax lyrical about the lap record being held by an American, but we're not. Actually, it's not an American, Sebastian Bourdais, but we'll leave that right alone. Now, in terms of strategy tonight, it's pretty simple. Soft tyres are the only tyre available. Tyre wear and fuel load are down at 1 and 1, so we're not really worrying about wearing out the tyres or running out of fuel. It is go fast, do not crash. My kind of strategy. Very simple. Now, we don't have any points available, obviously, because it is round 1. Everybody is on 0. So, what do you say we kick these guys off into qualifying?
I think we could do that very shortly. I'll grab the big blue button here this week, actually.
Big blue button, I like it a lot.
And give it a smash, so that'll actually get everyone prepared, get them onto the grid.
Say hello to some people in the YouTube chat. G'day Captain Muffin, how you doing? Hope you're getting a practice in, because you are up next in Cat 1A. Good evening Revs, hello Aussie Sim Racing, Debrev, g'day mate, how we doing? I don't know whether to call him Bill or B-I-L. I'm just going to go with Bill.
I think so.
He's cheering on Heafy and Artsy, Archangel, asking are all Symmetry drivers accounted for? You're the team owner, I would
hope so.
I hope you would do that.
Yes, they are.
Yes, we're going with yes.
Except as zero placement is the only missing member tonight.
Yeah, zero placement has zero visibility right now in the lobby. Alright, so qualifying is underway. Everybody's out on track here at the moment. We have some settings we need to get rid of because, again, if I have not mentioned, I am a little rusty. So, first man out on track is Danico for Hooncorp in the Peugeot RCZ. And we've got the Thunder team owner of Artsy in the Thunder McLaren, closely followed by one of his drivers, Heafy, in the Thunder McLaren. Then we've got my man Ricky Bobby in the very flamboyant APR McLaren. Then we've got Dadson, the team owner of Dadson Racing, in the Peugeot RCZ. We've got Stickers, the team owner of Lightning Motorsport, in the Lightning Peugeot. Got a lot of team owners here tonight. We've got Tinder Rags in the Jamco Ferrari, I believe that is. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Followed up by E-Bulk in the Symmetry Motorsports McLaren in a very, very shiny silver. Mr. Boy Bagum in the Black Rose Porsche. And I am very, very happy to be able to tell the difference between the Hooncorp and the Black Rose liveries this season. Not only are they actually very different, one's a Porsche, one's a Peugeot. So if I get those confused, I am doing something incredibly wrong. Coming up on track is Mr. D. Reed, which I'm going to be tempted to say Dreed at some point. Also driving for Datsun Racing in the little Peugeot that could. Then we've got... wait, no, hold up. Many apologies. That is a Doghouse Peugeot.
Yes.
I am an idiot. Stranger, please do not hurt me. I am sorry. So yes, there was... where was I at? I've completely stuffed up the order now, but that's alright. So currently leading the field is Mr. Artsy with a 107.762 on his first flyer. He is not here to muck about. Sitting 2/10 off his rear bumper is Mr. Boy Bagum, and he's now been whacked with a half-second penalty.
1.5.
Oh, someone's been very, very naughty at the bus stop, I would imagine.
And he's not taking that till the end of this lap. That's going to hurt.
Oh, that's going to write off not only this one, but the next lap.
Yes.
So we've got E-Bulk up in P3 at the moment. Just 3/10 off Artsy. Tim Durags sets a personal best lap, moves up into P2 with a 107.994. He's only 2/10 off the back. Oh, he gets knocked off back down to P3 by the other Thunder esports driver in the form of Heafy. It's very contested here with what looks like Tim Durags, who's currently purple, going into the bus stop, gets checked up a little bit by... was that Stickers? That was Stickers.
Gave him a bit of a nudge.
See, that's the thing on a short course like this, and so many cars on track. Sometimes being up close and getting the slipstream can be advantageous, and then other times it can be quite harmful.
Yeah, it was quite the act last week to allow enough space to get a good lap in.
100%. It is on the drivers to make sure they get their own piece of clear track. And we see Danico come into the pits.
Early?
Interesting choice for a fresh set of boots, but he's halfway through his quali session, so there might be some merit to it. I found with the McLaren that I was somehow setting better times on dead cold tyres than I was on tyres that had warmed up for a couple of laps.
Yes.
Go figure. a hot little pack here with Tim DeRags and E-Bulk running line astern on track, and in qualifying there's only 300ths between them. E-Bulk getting advantage of that slipstream. He's currently purple going into the last sector, and when I say last sector I mean last two corners. Being the short course, there's not a lot to it. Can he take pole position? He does. Goes up purple by 1.2 or 1. Let's just call it a tenth. Let's go with that. Tim DeRags in P2.
EJ's taking a late pit stop.
Who else is lighting up the timing boards at the moment? Boy Bagoon is in P5 at the moment after that earlier penalty. My man Ricky Bobby in P6. Set his best lap on the previous lap with a 108.150. 159. I need to get some glasses. Or a bigger computer monitor. I think I'll go with whatever's cheaper. Got a fair bit of support in the YouTube chat. Aussie Sim Racing's cheering on the Jamco Racing team. Stickers has taken a pit stop as well. Slackers in P8. Late pit stops. E-Bulk is he's still sitting up comfortably in P1. It's half a second down on his best time.
Dickers has really offended someone in the steward's room. He's got 5-second penalty.
Oh, that's I reckon that's got to be a track record of some kind. How
maybe 3 for the pits.
how do you get a 5-second penalty on a track this short? We might need to tap into the Lightning Motorsport comms radio to find out what's going on there. That's it's actually somewhat impressive, to be honest.
It is.
There's 2 minutes left on qualifying, so that was Sticker's outlap, so I don't think that's going to hurt him too badly. E-Bulk still on pole. Artsy still P3. His teammate Heafy still P4. Looks like Heafy's getting a lovely tow off the Jamco driver of it's round 1. Still learning who's driving for who. It's got to be D-Red. Nope, that's a doghouse. Big J, the previous season's Category 2 champion, has made the step up into Cat 1. Be interesting to see how he goes this season, whether he can... I have a feeling he's going to more than hold his own. Really genuinely interested to see just how far up the ladder he can climb. He was an absolutely dominant force in Category 2 last season. As I think both you and I can confirm.
Yeah, I certainly can. E-Bulk has retired to the pits, I think, for qualifying.
Yep, he has decided that that's enough. He's put himself on pole. It's final lap, so it's last chance for everybody. Tim DeRags has got a slipstream, but he's also 6/10ths down on his best. Thunder Artsy's got a half-second penalty, so that's going to be out of commission for him. His teammate Heafy is onto the main straight. What can he do?
Not enough.
Does not improve. Boy Bagum is not going to improve. Ricky Bobby also run and done in P6.
Stickers needs a really impressive last sector here to improve.
Absolutely flying through that final corner. He might get something here with the slipstream. 2/10 down. Couldn't improve.
And I believe...
B. Reed for Doghouse. Got that right this time.
Yep, he didn't improve. I think that is.
That is.
Oh, we've got Evol. No, he's come out of the pits on a glory.
He's on an outlap.
On an outlap, yes.
Not going to count at all.
No, but that's okay. It'll finish us off before the timer did.
Oh, look out, I'm in trouble. We've got a stranger in the chat. Got the Doghouse team owner. Good evening, mate. I have definitely not confused any of your drivers with another team at all. Absolutely not, no. Cough. That would never happen. So, let us have a look at our qualifying results. By Adelaide Ceramic Coating. So on pole position tonight we have for Symmetry Motorsports E-Bulk taking it out with a 1 minute 7.608, which is a very rapid time, not gonna lie. Closely followed by Tim Durags for Jamco in the Ferrari 458 Italia. P3 is Thunder Artsy for Thunder Esports, closely followed by his teammate Heafy. On the third row of the grid for Black Rose in the Porsche is Mr. Boy Bagum, and sharing that row is my man Ricky Bobby in the APR McLaren. Fourth row of the grid is Stickers for Lightning Motorsport and Slappers for Dadson Motorsport. The fifth row of the grid is occupied by Danico for Hooncorp in the Peugeot RCZ, and sharing that is another Peugeot RCZ in the form of Dadson. Sixth row of the grid is D. Reed for Doghouse and Big J for Lightning Motorsports. And bringing up the final row of the grid is Hodes for Hooncorp. So, by the look of the qualifying results here tonight, the little Peugeot seems to be struggling a little bit in outright pace, judging by the grid occupation. But the likes of the McLarens and the Ferrari and Porsches in the top six, and then, well, actually the remaining places on the grid are occupied by the Peugeot. So, while this track may not be the Peugeot's forte or strong suit, I have the feeling its arsenal will come into play later on in the season. So don't discount these guys just yet.
No, next round is going to be a totally different story for tactics and how these cars will actually shine.
Indeed. I have actually had the benefit of doing some practice for round 2, ironically. It's nice to get some practice for the race like the week before.
Yes.
Rather than, hours before the race. So it's a new experience for me. It feels a little weird, but yes, Interlagos next week is definitely going to be a different kettle of fish. But for now, we've got to let these guys get their teeth stuck into a round 1, race 1. So I guess without any further ado, should we punch that big blue button and get these guys underway?
Consider that button smashed.
Excellent.
Drivers will get themselves to the grid pronto.
Alright, I'd like people in the YouTube chat, throw in your podium predictions. Top 3, no particular order, just who do you think's going to finish in the top here? So we've got the rolling starts in effect. Cars are underway, chugging along a little in first gear. Got the lights starting. And we are green. Everybody is underway. Got Tim Durags in the Ferrari, gaining in a very rapid fashion up to the back of E-Bolt, going into turn 1. All looks pretty neat and tidy.
Yeah. I'm right down the back here, and it's all looking good.
That makes me very happy, and I'm sure our stewards will be very happy to see that as well. Now, I'm not going to jinx it because they're about to go too wide into the bus stop.
Excellent.
Oh, fun. Not Heafy. Artsy has a bit of a look up the inside of Tim Durags into the braking zone of the bus stop. Pulls out of it. Says, nah, not lap 1. Cold tyres. That would be a bad time. Well, there's a couple of drivers running a little bit wide, further back down the back. Anybody getting an invoice? Not that I can tell. Everybody's being competitive but well behaved. I'm liking it. Oh, Slappers has gone. He's nearly slapped the wall on that final turn.
Yeah, he sort of had to give stickers room because he tried pulling stickers on the inside.
Oh, not the best time. Oh, it's getting very bunched up the front here.
Isn't it?
Just notice that through turn 1. Oh, this is going to be on at the bus stop. Got Tim Durags and Heafy, line astern, E-Bulk and Ricky Bobby. Got Boy Bagum joining the party, going side by side. I'm just holding my breath here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm praying things go well. Oh, Boy Bagum's gone off. Boy Bagum has gone off. There has been a bit of a moment for Boy Bagum. That's dropped him all the way back down the order, back down to P12. I will come back and have a look at that.
He seems to have redressed it back to Big J because he came in a bit quick.
Tim Durags has actually taken over the lead of the race.
Who was that lost?
E-Bulk's had a bit of a moment. He was leading. A little bit of a moment. He's dropped back down to 4th. But he's still in this top pack of 4 drivers, which seem to be just... Oh, Artsy's very wide at turn 1. Oh no, that's Heafy. It's Artsy who's dropped a bit down the order as well. And I was about to say, with the NASCAR line at turn 1, is Heafy going to get an invoice? And he does indeed. Cops a half second. So while the NASCAR drivers don't get pinged for running wide at turn 1, our Apex drivers certainly do. So he is going to have to slow up on this lap, and that is going to drop him out of 2nd position, possibly back down to 6th or 7th with how close everyone is around him. Oh, and he's just managed to duck back in behind his team owner. Falls onto P5. Shuts the door very firmly on Danico in the Hooncorp little Peugeot that could. I really want to skip to a replay to what happened to Boy Bagum, but oh, it's getting very, very feisty here with Slappers sending it down the inside of Danico at turn 1. The beautiful black and gold Bacchus livery of Dadston Racing. He's got his team owner just 2 cars behind. It's the battle of the Peugeots back here. Slappers leading the way. I'm going to be a little bit biased here. I've got to give the man some TV time. My boy Ricky Bobby is up into P1.
Nice.
He's managed to make the move somehow on Tim Durags. He's got half a second lead. Oh, Artsy sends it down the inside of Tim Durags on the 2nd last corner. Makes the move, gets it done. Now Tim Durags has got a very fired up E-Bulk. He probably won't be happy about losing those earlier positions. Yep, sorry Boy Bagum, I don't think I've got time for replays. We've got too much action going on here. cannot look away. And I'll probably have a YouTube audience screaming at me to not do it, so...
Jesus, tight around the middle of them, isn't it?
Oh, here we go, up the front straight. E-Bulk and Tim Durag side by side. Oh, E-Bulk just gets the move done. I think that's checked up Tim Durag's a little bit. That's put him right back into the clutches of Heafy, who wants it down the inside. It's a little bit of jostling for position. Tim Durags gets it done into P4. Meanwhile, Dadson got past his teammate up into P6. It's the best of the Peugeots. Where are we at? A little bit lower on the grid. Boybagums managed to find his way back up to P10. Big J in P11. And Hodes and Stickers are a little bit off the back. I think there's been a bit of a mare somewhere on the line. Judging by the lap time for Stickers on lap 2 of a 1:25, yeah, something very bad has happened there. But anyway, speaking of something bad, my boy Ricky Bobby, geez, that was a bad time to go back to those two. Artsy and Ricky.
And the ball just through.
Rightio, so while Artsy and Ricky Bobby were having a bit of a slugfest through the bus stop, I don't think there was anything malicious. I think it was just a bit accidental. E-Bulk has just come through and said, "Thank you very much. I'll take first position if you don't mind, and I'm going to bugger off." Well,
what a move!
Yeah, he's certainly very advantageous there. I'm not sure if there's going to be any stewarding involvement from that little sector, but I think I've managed to cut back to the action at an appropriate moment instead of completely missing it. Makes a nice change. Oof. But Ricky Bobby is right on E-Bulk's tail, going up the main straight. And while we're looking at it, we're not even halfway into this race. All this action, and we're only 7.5 minutes in. Like,
yes.
Really? Calm your farm, gentlemen.
It's a tight track.
Although, being Cat 1 in a sprint race, these guys are not known for... Well, there we go, Ricky Bobby down the inside, second last turn. Gets it done, but I wouldn't want to spend too much time fighting if I was these top two guys, because right behind you, you have both the Thunder drivers who are, well, let's just say they're pretty used to working together to get what they want. And in this case, I don't think it's going to be a burger from his boy Elroy. I reckon it's going to be a top 2 position. Not to oh, hello. Artsy's been a bit naughty. He's picked up a half-second penalty somewhere.
Indeed.
That is going to cost him his position in terms of a P3. Might just have enough of a gap on P5 in the form of Slappers, who's managed to get his way up past Tim Durags. Might be having a little bit of trouble hanging on to the Italian Deathmobile, commonly known as the 458 Group 3. As a driver of said Deathmobile, what are your thoughts, Mr. Bunbury?
I'm actually... It is, once the tyres start to wear, it becomes much bigger handful, but it's thrilling to drive, I find. Yeah, it rewards you if you do well. It really does, but it can really bite you on the butt too.
So it goes both ways. It's very highly rewarding and also slightly homicidal.
A good Italian woman.
I think it's a bit early for me to make any comment, but I will nod and smile. Alright, we're at the halfway point, and speaking of feisty Italians, Tim Durags is making a move into the braking zone for the bus stop. Oh, gentlemen, that was nearly a side-by-side. Slappers decided to pull out of it and says, yeah, nah, not this time, thank you very much. Relinquishes P5, but he's not out of it yet. Got a cracking little battle back here for 7th, 8th and 9th with Dadson, Danico and D. Reed. We got the Triple D. For those of you who show their age like I do and remember a movie called The Mighty Ducks, you might remember the Triple Deke. Meanwhile, there's a whole bunch of millennials and Gen Z who are sitting here watching this going, what is this old man talking about? Google it. You'll thank me later.
Ooh. Bit of push and shove there.
It's getting a little bit feisty. Boy Bagum's had another bit of a moment. He's dropped back down to P12. Big J's inherited P10. So he's getting at the moment sitting in the last of the points for race 1. And it's getting very feisty in front of him. We've got D. Reed and Danico. Oh, it's D. Reed has an absolute mare. Oh, that's an interesting rejoin. That's alright. He's hugged to the right-hand side of the circuit. I think he's realised what he's done. Probably gave Big J a little bit of a scare, but nothing major.
Instant commentator's curse.
Back up the front, E-Bulk has taken the race lead, back off Ricky Bobby. We're on lap 11. I can't remember how many laps we're in for tonight. I think it's 18.
I believe, yes, that is correct.
I think E-Bulk's going to be getting away. Ricky Bobby is right on that rear bumper. I believe the Morse code he's tapping says, please go faster. He's going to make a move. No, it's just happy to sit in behind at the moment. Can be quite difficult going through that bus stop when you're right on the back of someone. Dirty air just makes the front end a bit uncertain about what direction it's going to be headed in. Certainly makes up the time in the latter sectors of the track. Right back, coming through the final corner, almost up underneath that rear wing. Mind you, Heafy's not going away either. He's still there, he could... Oh, hello, back there with Artsy. He's got Tim Durags and Slappers for company. Tim Durags centers down the inside of turn 1. Gets the move done. Brought Slappers along for company as well, and... Oh, this is the mighty Peugeot. I found during the early testing, the Peugeots was tricky for me to drive. I'm just going to shut up and call the action here. They're going nearly 3 wide into the bus stop braking zone. That's brave as RC just goes a little deep. Tim Durags manages to get his way back around. What have we spotted there, Mr. Plummer?
I think he was actually sped past there with a tap up the bum.
Oh, RC had a little bit of a little bit of a tap, eh?
No. Tim Durags actually got the tap and through straight past him. It was quite something. No foul. It was
beneficial tap, or
accidental by the looks of things, and it just worked out perfect for him.
There we go, the Jamco guys getting a little bit of help from Dadson, maybe inadvertently. Well, there we go. I just noticed a position change back up the front. Heafy's managed to get past my boy Ricky Bobby. He is setting off in hot pursuit of E-Bulk. Bit of a McLaren fest up the front. Heafy's looking very, very racy here tonight. So banging out some very consistent laps too. They're all in the low 108s. Well, except for lap 2, but let's, lap 1 and lap 2, let's not pay. 4 and 5. Look, I'm a commentator, I'm not a mathematician, right?
E-Bulk serves his penalty.
Oh, hello. Where Where did he pick up that penalty?
I'm not sure, but it was quite a wide before there.
Be costly. It's put him back into P2 and right into the clutches of Ricky Bobby. These top three have skipped out away from the next little pack of three, which involves Tim's Rags, Artsy and Slappers, although Tim Rags has just almost got a second out over the other two. He wants to just try and break free of these guys so he doesn't have to worry about them. I don't know where to look. Got into the bus stop. Oh, geez. Yeah, look. That's, I got the top three going 3 wide into the bus stop, and then I've got Artsy and Slappers trying to go 2 wide into the bus stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where to watch. Battle of the McLarens up front seems to be the way to go. Some very brightly coloured and very shiny automobiles there. I'm being blinded by the glare coming off the windshield. That concludes lap 14. We are 16 minutes down into this 20-minute race. I reckon these top three might get 4 more laps, or 4 more including this one. Guys further back might just miss out by the skin of their teeth. Still going hammer and tong here up front. Ricky Bobby having a look down the inside of that second last corner. Backs out of it, wasn't quite there. Now with the race 1, there's only points for the top 10 drivers, and while it does determine your grid position for race 2, it's a risk versus reward decision at this point. Do you push and go for an extra point and an extra spot on the grid, or do you just consolidate what you've got?
Slappers has just had a big crack at Artsy and done it.
Oh, there we
Great
go.
move.
We might have a look at that on our LJ Media replay if I can get it working. So there we go. Look at this. We've got a replay. Beautiful run out of the final corner, down the inside, under brakes, textbook, holds the speed. Oh, he was with millimetres away from getting a half-second penalty on the exit of turn 1 there. But he's done well to hang on to it.
You can be pretty cheeky on that turn 1.
Yeah. There's a fairly wide... You've got a fairly wide range of ability to go off of the ripple strip. But the second you go a millimetre too far, there is your penalty. Alright, so it's still the same 3 suspects out the front. Still E-Bulk in the front. Ricky Bobby's up into P2, looking again Morse code-ish on the rear bumper of that symmetry car. But Heafy's still hanging in there in P3. Well, more than hanging in there, he's well, any one of these 3 guys could take the win. As we knock on the door of the 19-minute mark, Ricky Bobby under brakes into the bus stop. What a beautiful move. But E-Bulk gets him back, gets a great run out of the bus stop. Just backs out of it on that sweeping right-hander. I could give it a name, but I can guarantee I'm not allowed to say those words before 9 o'clock. And Heafy's managed to make his way past E-Bulk as well, going into P2.
Oh.
I think maybe E-Bulk just backed out of it a little bit too much there, and that gave Heafy the incentive. He's a little bit of dirt and grass there for E-Bulk.
Yeah.
That's not going to help your grip levels. So I would dare say, with 20 seconds left on the timer, this will be the final lap for these guys. Ricky Bobby currently leading the way. Heafy P2, E-Bulk P3. Got Tim Rags in P4. That's a great performance for his debut with his new Jamco team. Not his. Sorry, Giffo. Slappers in P5 for Dadson in a great result for the little Peugeot that could. Artsy might be a little disappointed, but he's still up there in a strong starting position for race 2 in P6. Danico in the Huoncourt Peugeot, P7. So everyone here is on their final lap. And I've missed Heafy taking the race lead off Ricky Bobby. What am I doing? I told you all I'm rusty. Please, yeah, bear with me. Oh, here we go. Last corner move. Is it going to get done? Ricky Bobby can't quite get the power down. He's there. E-Bulk wants it. Can't quite get there. Heafy P1, Ricky Bobby P2, E-Bulk P3, Durags P4. Dadson coming home P8. We'll do a full recap of the results after the race. Big J rounding out the points in 10th position. Odes P11. Boy Bagum, AB a race he will want to forget in P12. And Stickers having a bit of a mare in P13. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is race 1 of category 1B, run and done. Well, that was a lot more action-packed than I had anticipated. I was expecting a fair bit, but yeah, wow, that was
some great racing, up and down, all the way down the field.
Love to see it. We shall recap these results. So, with the race win tonight is Heafy for Thunder Esports. P2 for APR Motorsports is Ricky Bobby. E-Bulk for Symmetry Motorsports. P3 Tim Durags for Jamco. P4 Slappers for Dadson Racing. P5 Artsy for Thunder Esports in P6. Nico for Huoncourt in P7, Dadson for Dadson Racing in P8. Always feels a little bit weird saying that, but it is what it is. D. Reed on debut for Doghouse brings home a P9. Big J for Lightning Motorsport brings home P10. Podes for Huoncourt in P11, Boy Bagum for Black Rose in P12, and rounding out the grid is Stickers for Lightning Motorsport in P13. Righty-o, so while our race director, Mr. Bumcrack, is digesting that and getting our grid set for race 2, because of course the grid order is going to be set off those finishing results from race 1. I just jump into the YouTube chat, say hello to people. Did anybody get top 3 predictions? Nobody put in a top 3 prediction. Well, so nobody nobody got the top 3 prediction correct because nobody went in. Come on, people, work with me here. Alright, at least there are some people in the chat who managed to get my Mighty Ducks hockey reference. Some people...
As obscure as it was?
Yeah. Oh, alright, I changed it. Top 3 prediction for the second race. Come on. Everyone in the YouTube chat, come on. Give me a top 3 for race 2. Because this is the race for the bigger biscuits. There's minor points available for race 1. But race 2 is where the full whack of points are available. So think of race 1 as a bonus. And race 2 is, well, race 1 is the entree, race 2 is the main course. So for that main course, in no particular order, Archangel is backing his driver in the form of E-Bulk, Heafy and Ricky Bobby in the top 3. That's Considering where they finished in race 1, that's a fairly safe prediction. It's probably one I would go with myself. So that was not a bad race 1. There was any how do we say, any incidents requiring stewards' attention. If there were any of those, we were lucky enough to miss them. Possibly the drivers were lucky enough for us to miss them, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm sorry, people at home, that you have to listen to me waxing lyrical. We've had a bit of a change up here in the comms box this season, and I have been banned from using the intermission tool because apparently I used it too much last season. There was also the occasion where I may have forgotten to, well, let's just say put the acoustics back correctly. So sometimes we're having a great old chat here in the comms box. Unfortunately, all you viewers at home were unable to hear us, but we're not going to dwell on my mistakes, of which there are many and plentiful. We are just going to focus on the future and trying to improve every single week, which is basically what we do as sim racers. I'm also getting the feeling that I'm starting to just waffle on about nothing, so how are you travelling there, Mr. Buncrack? How are you doing with that grids? Good chat, good chat. Okay, we're doing that good. Who else have we got in the YouTube chat? Hayden Reed is reckoning D. Reed was going to win it from 11th. I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but a little bit unlikely. How are we travelling there, Plumber? Any luck at all?
Oh my god, sorry, I was there on mute again.
I had the feeling that might be the case.
Very, very close, but there was a couple of guys who did not actually tick in. A lot of discrepancy here. That's why.
It is very frustrating when drivers do that.
Yes, yes.
When we do a manual grid set, you need the driver to be ticked in so you can place them. You cannot place a driver who is not ticked in. Pretty basic.
That's right. So I'll just do a double check here because I'd hate to get this sort of stuff wrong.
It can confirm, very frustrating. Not long at all, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be able to hear me talk about some actual racing instead of just random things. Hello, Madrick, sending us a wave in the YouTube chat. Good to see you around again. Hopefully you're enjoying the racing action tonight so far. Don't go too far away because not only is this race going to be an absolute cracker based on the based on race 1, we've still got Category 1A, and I've been watching some of them practicing this afternoon, and yeah, it's going to be feisty and fast.
Rightio, I think I have got the grid set.
Excellent, that's what I love to see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, buckle in, strap yourselves down. Make sure you've got a fresh drink, got some snacks, you've got a sweat towel, because I've got a feeling things are going to get very intense in this race. So, Mr. Bumcrack, we are ready when you are to smash that big go button.
It has been hit.
Excellent. Rightio.
13 drivers are all there.
Drivers lined up on the grid. Again, the rolling start. Quite the fan of the rolling start, to be honest. It just keeps things pretty even, because some of the cars, some are good off the line, some of them are not. I say not rather loosely. But anyway, they are underway. The cars are in gear. The countdown timer is going. And the lights are green, and we are underway here at Watkins Glen. We said Glen Watkins. Done that more times than I care to. So through turn one, everybody's looking pretty clean.
Yep.
Evie's gotten a good start. Managed to eke out a couple of tenths, but then that slipstream down this long straight comes into play. Not going to let Ricky Bobby close enough. Make a move, but E-Bulk's there as well. Can't discount Tim Durags in the Jamco Ferrari either. But he's got a very racy looking slappers in the Datsun Peugeot or company. I don't think Tim Durags can be all eyes forward at this point. He runs a little bit wide there over the ripple strip. Cost him a little bit of time. It's Slappers just head-butted the rear bar of that Ferrari. No harm done in terms of track positional damage, but that has checked both of them up just by a little bit. Well, Artsy's been a bit naughty. He's copped a half-second penalty. I'm back onto the, well, I guess the, I don't know how to call it, like the rest of the short course, I would imagine, after doing the little extension. But lap one, things are still pretty much as they were. Webergum's made up a spot.
Ricky Bobby's gone for a hit, and ooh, something happened there.
Let's see if we can check that out on our LJ Media replay. Going into turn one. Yeah, look, I'm not a steward.
Oh.
I'm going to leave that well alone. Not going to touch that one. So Ricky Bobby into the lead of the race. E-Bulk P2. Eefy's had a little bit of a shuffle back down to P3. Tinder Rags is bringing Slapper's mate along with him for company. They are the meat in a Thunder sandwich right now, or a Thunder burger. Cheeky plug for their sponsors, the Burger Bar. Haven't tried them myself, but from all accounts, they are pretty darn tasty. I'm not sure how Tinder Rags and Slappers would feel about being the meat and the cheese in that burger right now. I'll let them work out who's the meat and who's the cheese.
Durags has copped himself a big penalty there.
Oh, 1 second. Is that was that from the bus stop?
No, that was from way down the back end of the course there, up from under the little bridge, up the hill. Just before the burn zone.
Ah, yes. I don't remember the corporate name. that 1 second penalty is going to really hurt the Jamco driver. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, having a minor breathing issue right there. Just had to mute the mic momentarily, but E-Bulk is up into the lead of the race at the moment, taking position off Ricky Bobby. Heafy's still there, hanging right off the back of the APR McLaren. Running purple at this point too. Danico's found himself up into P5. Not sure where that's come from. I think Tim Durags has had a bit of a moment. He's dropped back down to P7.
No, he had to pay his penalty.
Ah, that's what yep, that's his moment. That is definitely his moment.
A hurting moment.
Very painful moment. Oh, hello. E-Bulk has dropped down to P3. Let's see if I can catch what has happened on a replay. And we'll wait till after they get through turn 1, because Slappers is sending it down the inside here. Oh, he's backed out of it. Here we go. Heafy got a great run out of turn 1. Absolutely monsters past Ricky Bobby before they get up over the hill. Ricky Bobby's going to have to go defensive against E-Bulk here. E-Bulk looks like he wants it. Oh, he backs out of it. Oh, that had danger written all over it, but the 3 guys managed to get through without anybody dying. Now, who was I checking on for a replay? Was it E-Bulk?
Yes.
It was E-Bulk. Let's have a look and see if we can see what happened to him a little bit earlier. Ah, second to last turn, Ricky Bobby makes a move down the inside. Gets it done, and Heafy, ever the opportunist, darts around the outside of the final turn. So, bit of a 2 positions for 1 situation right there, unfortunately, but I don't think it's hurt him too badly. He's still there, but he's got Slappers right on his rear bumper at this point. Who also has Danico right on his rear bumper.
Yes.
So Heafy's actually moved up into P1. Ricky Bobby P2. E-Bulk P3. Oh, alright, I'm going to take a breath. It's only been 7 minutes, gentlemen. Wow, okay.
Yes. And pretty well top 8 are still sort of in touch.
Bulk wants a look down the inside, backs out of it. I think that checks up Slapper's mate a little bit. That keeps Danico right on the rear bumper. Danico's ducking and weaving. He's not trying to make a move. I think he just doesn't want to go into the back of Slappers. Fairly safe idea. They come down through the chute. This looks like a part of the track where the little Peugeots are probably stronger than the McLarens. As we see Slappers show just how strong by giving the back of E-Bulk's McLaren a bit of a tap. E-Bulk goes defensive, but I think Slappers has made the move here up into P3, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
That was a fantastic move. Got a great drive out of that right-hander up the hill. I found the Peugeot's tricky to drive as fast as a McLaren. Obviously Slappers doesn't have that same problem. Doesn't have the same skill issue that yours truly does. That's going to be making, I'd say the Datsun TOs cheering, but It's a little bit busy at the moment. He's down in P8. He's got a little bit of space between him and Boy Bagum in P9. He's got a little bit of chasing to do to catch that hot pack in front of him, which is made up of Tim Rags on the back of Artsy. Both working together by the looks of it to chase down Danico, but he's carrying a half-second penalty, so I don't think that chase is going to be particularly difficult. And it's a bit of a shame as well, because Danico is currently purple through that first sector, as he is Morse coding the back of E-Bulk's McLaren. I don't think that'll help much with that half-second penalty, unfortunately. It is going to hurt. He may end up dropping back to 7.
Oh, yes.
Or quite possibly P8, given how close Dadson is at this moment. So skipping back out of that pack. Eefy's trying to break away up the front. Not quite getting there at the moment. He's 7/10 to Ricky Bobby. He's got very, very racy looking slappers company. He's 4/10 behind. Can't go riding off E-Bulk just yet. He's right on the back of slappers and probably wants that podium spot back. It's it all in line at this point. E-Bulk's dropped a little bit off the back of slappers. He's possibly about to come under fire from Artsy. Got a half a second of breathing space from Danico. In P6, so I don't think that penalty hurt as much as I had originally thought it would. For those of you who are watching the stream tonight and are new to Sector 1, you will find out very quickly that I am wrong quite frequently. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. It's a bit of a lottery. One thing I am not wrong about is that it is an absolute cracker of a race here tonight. I am still not sure where to look. Oh, here's a good spot to look. We got Heafy and Ricky Bobby having a ring-a-ding for the race lead. And Slappers sending it up the inside for that uphill right-hander, which is a corner that shall remain nameless, but I hate it regardless. Oh, the legs on the McLaren. Slappers has still got the inside line. Bobby is forced to relinquish that position. Slappers is up into P2.
That might have cost there.
Did Slappers run a little bit wide?
Oh, no, he evidently didn't.
I think he's gotten away with that. He's done well. He's doing absolutely fantastic. He's up into P2 now. Having the absolute run of a lifetime. Maybe not of a lifetime, but he's having a good race. Leave it at that.
A great race.
He's having a great, yes, a great race. I don't think either Ricky Bobby or E-Bulk are going to be happy with a little gold and black Peugeot in front of them.
Certainly no rest for the top 4.
Absolutely not. Any battling, however, between the 2, 3 and 4 positions is only going to serve to help Heafy. Mind you, that Peugeot in the slipstream is... Oh, he's getting a bit of a... I think he's getting a bit of a helping hand from Ricky Bobby up that straight. A little bit of a bump drafting nudge going on there.
Yeah.
Not unheard of for drivers to give a bit of assistance to the person in front of them to help carry them further up the field.
Yeah, work smarter.
Sometimes you've got to... Oh, hang on, looking back down the grid. Oh, Artsy and E-Bulk having a bit of a run in there. Artsy's just lifted out of it after that, what appeared to be a little bit of contact. Let's check them both up, and that's let Danico sling it down the inside of Artsy. But Artsy holds the inside line for the next corner. She's a tight left-hander coming into the final sector. side by side. Oh, Codes, I think, has just backed out of it. Says not today. Not the time and the place.
He's not giving up on it.
I thought he was going to send it down the inside of the final turn, but Artsy had firmly slammed the door, but that door slamming did not allow Artsy to get a good run. Danico got a great run out of the final corner and brings Tinder Rags with him as well, going up to P5 and P6.
Ooh, yeah.
So Artsy has taken that spot back from Tinder Rags. About to say Artsy has lost. I wish these guys would make up their mind who's in that spot, because I just want to finish my sentence. But Artsy has lost 2 spots in the. Eventually, I was going to say the one corner, but it was multiple corners. So, and just quietly, Slappers is currently in the race lead.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
See what I mean about not knowing where to look because there's just so much going on? My apologies to the Datsun camp for missing your driver getting out in front, because he is currently out in front to the tune of half a second. I'm sure there's going to be someone in the YouTube chat who's going to tell me, yeah, you missed that by a long way. Yeah, I probably did. But, he is here to play.
He's run a little bit deep.
E-Bulk has taken advantage of that one. Moves up into P2. So I'd say in the space of half a lap, he's dropped from P1 to P3. Going a little bit backwards. These top 4 have certainly managed to pull away a little bit from Tinder Rags, who's back up into P5. Now, am I missing someone? Danico must have had a moment, because he was ahead of Artsy earlier, and he's now back into P8. Yeah, I'm thinking Danico might have had a moment, because he was ahead of Artsy a little bit earlier. Too much going on, guys. Can't keep track of it all. Tinder Agso putting in a solid drive tonight. He's in P5. Does have Artsy and now Dadson P7 for company. It's also got Danico there in P8. So we've got 2 groups of 4 here. Got 3 McLarens being led by a little Peugeot. Slapper's holding the defensive line against E-Bulk. E-Bulk showing the nose. Nothing doing this time round. How are we going to go through this last sector? Oh, Heafy very sideways there out on the dirt. That's going to cost him some time. That'll let Ricky Bobby just tag right back on the back. So we are 17 minutes and 40 seconds in, so I would say that we have 3 laps to go for these gentlemen. Wait, wrong track. Wrong lap time, so I would say...
No, I think you're right.
Reckon these top 3 will get this lap and 2 more?
I think so.
So 145 or 145, that is 3.5 minutes. So I think they might get this one and 1 more. Anyway, we will...
Let's see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Slapper's still P1. And E-Bulk is definitely going to have something to say about that. These 2 drivers have pulled out a little bit of a gap to Heafy, who's now in P3. So we've gone from a group top 4 to, well, 2 groups of 2. So Slappers and E-Bulk have just managed to break away from Heafy and Ricky Bobby. I have the feeling with the amount of battling going on, that might stay the same. Then we've got this very angry pack of four in the form of Tinder Rags, RC, Dadson and Danico. Man, that Ferrari is loud. You can hear it long before you see it.
She revs out past 9,000 revs. It's...
Got Stickers, who's had a bit of a cut.
Oh, who we just turned around there?
Danico's had a absolute mare on that third last corner. Let's see if we can catch that on an action replay.
Meanwhile, E-Bulk's having another big crack at Slapper. And does it. Does. Oh, he'll get the Penelope for that. Yeah. Wow.
And I've just realised my microphone was on mute. My God.
No, you weren't.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Although to be
It weren't
fair,
for me.
I probably could have said anything at that point. So I'm sorry that you missed out on that. Yeah, that was fantastic commentary, wasn't it, Bumcrack? That was
actually well, yeah, I could hear it all.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, the microphone decided it wanted to be muted. So, unfortunately, you did not hear that. But I guess on the upside, you did get to see it, which I guess is better than nothing. But we shall go and check out some race results. And what a final lap that was. That was very, very feisty. Loving it. So, taking out the race win for Symmetry Motorsports is Evolk, and very close P2 is, for Dadson Racing, is Slappers. P3 for APR is a Ricky Bobby, coming home with a 1 second invoice, but just hanging on to P4 for Thunder Esports is Heathy. Tinder Rags, P5 for Jamco, Thunder RC, P6 for Thunder Esports, Dadson, P7 for Dadson Racing Stickers, in a very well-earned P8 for Lightning Motorsport. Big J also for Lightning Motorsport, bringing home P9. Boy Bagum for Black Rose in P10. Codes for Hoon Corp, in P11. Danico, after that second last lap nightmare, unfortunately relegated back down to 12 for Hukor. And rounding out the grid tonight in P13 is D. Reed for Doghouse Motorsport. Probably not the debut that he would have wanted, but I guess the silver lining is the only way is up.
Yes.
So pull your head up, lift your socks up, get stuck into the practice, come back hard next round. That's my theory, and I am sticking to it.
And it does work.
Alright, people in the YouTube chat, I would like to hear your nominations for Driver of the Day. We've already got one in there. We've got Driver of the Day Slappers from Grovel, while everyone else in the chat throws in their nominations. What are your thoughts, Bumcrack?
I'd be leaning towards Slappers. What a great race. Just kept coming back and back and back. And, well, the top four, really. I'd give them all Driver of the Day, the top four.
I'm not sure if that's a
Big
cop-out
call?
or cheating.
No, well, I'll have Slappers as the standout out of the top.
I will agree, though. It is very hard to decide between those four. So we've got VF, good evening mate, good to see you around. Driver of the Day Slappers, we've got Revs, Slappers, Driver of the Day, Madrick, Slappers. I'm kind of leaning towards Slappers being the Driver of the Day as well. In the little Peugeot that could taking on the mighty McLarens at a track that probably favours the McLarens more than the Peugeots, and taking the race win from... Where did he start on the grid? That was P7?
Slappers?
Yeah.
He was indeed on...
Well, he was
Eighth.
lower. Okay, so I was
Eighth.
close. So from P8 to a race win. Yeah, I'm 7.
Oh, sorry. To a race second. EE Bulk. Oh, you were talking about EE Bulk, were you?
No, talking about Slappers.
Oh, Slappers, yes. Yes.
So from P8 to a race win in a track that favours not his car. Yeah, I'm slinging my Driver of the Day nomination towards him. Although, having said that, a second, very close second to that is E-Bulk. He had a fantastic race tonight, or
Didn't
not
he?
only race 2, but also race 1 and a qualifying session as well. So, all in all, a very solid performance tonight from him, and definitely one to watch as we progress further through this Apex season.
It's going to be a very interesting season with these cars. I'm really looking forward to the next race tonight. The aliens, the top dogs. That's...
Oh yes, it has been a little bit scary watching them practice tonight.
Oh my gosh, they are.
Some of their lap times and how consistent they are at doing it, even with worn out tyres. Well, I guess in a sprint race it doesn't matter that much, but you get my gist. But ladies and gentlemen, just like to say thank you very much to Mr. Bumcrack for being our race director this evening.
Absolute pleasure.
We are just going to take a short intermission, so grab yourselves a toilet stop, grab a fresh drink and some snacks, because when we get back we are going to be straight into qualifying for Category 1 Group A. Don't go away.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I have most certainly not forgotten to unmute my mic this time around. That was a slight misclick on my behalf here at the comms desk. So many things to click and do that, yeah, I somehow managed to click the mute button without realizing. And yes, again, my sincere apologies to everyone out there, although maybe you find it better without having to listen to my voice. I'm not sure. But either way, let's finish knocking off all the rust, and we shall introduce our next race director for the Category 1 race. It is none other than my fellow Cat 2 driver in the form of Revs. Good evening, mate. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I can't believe it's season 11. Big guns are at it again. What a great finish last season, and I think we're going to see a lot more this season, especially between Mountain Goat and Geese. That was just legendary last season. So
most definitely. I'm just wondering if how they're going to go picking up where they left off last season. Are we going to have the same sort of close battles, and who else is going to come to the table as well? Because you've got the likes of GTR, we've got Foss as well, Captain Muffin's in the. This is a very stacked field, not going to lie. You can reel off pretty much any name in here.
And a few new guys as well.
They are pretty much all contenders, so while there might be the favourites at the front of the field, can't really afford to rest on your laurels here in Cat 1.
No. And it'll be good to see what we got. Sneaky Stevo, he's one of the new guys to look out for. Scooty 82, which was really good in the community races. Apex Humper, and I think that's all.
Yes, it is actually good to see Scooter 82 back in Sector 1. Before our time, he was a full-time driver.
Ooh.
And had to take he's from the land of the long white cloud, across the ditch in New Zealand. Did have to take a little bit of a hiatus from racing in Sector 1 due to, real life things, how that goes. But he did come back for the community series last season. And he has managed to free himself up for a full-time drive this season. So he's joining the Doghouse Brigade.
Yes, that's right, he is.
Be good to see how he goes getting back into it. So speaking of which, should we just slap the big purple button and get things underway?
Purple with pink polka dots. All right,
that's the one.
Yeah. And I've sent the relay message.
Beautiful.
And we're off.
Alright, ladies
seconds.
and gentlemen, I hope you're sitting down for this and possibly with a bucket handy, because some of these times you may see dropping will be slightly nauseating. Just got the drivers sitting in the pits at this point in time. Lots of revving going down. Nobody can really get out because, well, a bit of a traffic jam.
I got Lenosis on.
So yes, first out on track in the very subtly coloured APR McLaren is, oh no, wait, the timing is doing very nasty things to me. We're just going to have to wait till the first sector for everybody to get things sorted out. Alright, so first up, I guess, there we go. First on track is Lenosis, we've got through him. Then we've got Dale Teeks, the driver for Kraken Esports in the Italian Deathmobile. Got Prima GTR for Blacklight Motorsport in the rather dashing looking TMR Systems McLaren. Got Nif for CP and the CP Porsche. Got in the other CP Porsche, a good pickup for CP Motorsports in the form of Jish. His teammate from last season, also in a Porsche for one of the newer teams, team owner of Woody. Zero Turn, we've got Captain Muffin in the beautiful purple and yellow. And we've got the reigning Category 1 champion for BSR in the form of Mountain Goat, aka The Kid. Returning for Blacklight with a beautiful choice of wheel colour this season, thank you very much, is a Tombo. Love your tasting wheel colour. And we've got one of the new drivers in the form of Sneaky Stevo. We could be having a lot of fun with that username this season. For Jamco in the Ferrari. And the other Kraken Italian Death Machine is a young Wakey, who I'm pretty sure is going to be fired up and ready after a lot of hard work in the off-season. And we've got the return of Scooter McGavin in the Doghouse Peugeot RCZ. Another new to S1 driver from Zero Turn in the form of Apex Humper. Returning is Foss for BSR, and I've missed one and I really want to get to them. And, there we go, that was the one I missed. Former Deeds driver. Now, unfortunately, now that there is no Deed or Switchblade team on the grid, we've got Morgan Davey, who has managed to land on his feet in a new home at Black Rose in the form of the Porsche. So, good to see. That's a pretty good pickup, I'd say, for Black Rose. So, I'll be keen to see what Morgan Davies can do for Black Rose this season.
Drama on the track, distinct Jish. He's come out of the pits, but he's got a 3-second penalty.
Oh, that's
Unusual for Jish.
That's an easy mistake to make, because unless you've got a little bit of steering lock turned on your wheel when you come out of the pits, the computer will just send you straight over the pit line. And you will get the previously mentioned 3-second penalty for your trouble. It is a bit of a pain in the butt, but fortunately there's not a lot you can do about it except being aware, I guess. But
Mountain Goat
anyway,
with a fresh new set of softs and a 0.5 penalty to go with them.
his teammate currently sitting top of the table. Foss with a 1:07.582, which is
Great lap.
bloody rapid. GDR for Blacklights, 1.5 tenths behind. Goat, well, he's 0.05 behind. Young Wacky also with a 0.5 second penalty, sitting in P4 at the moment. My boy Lenosis, P5. Looks like he's heading into the pits for a fresh set of boots. That he is. Followed by Dale Teeks, who's in P6. Scooter 82. also heading in for fresh tyres in the Doghouse Peugeot. And I think that was Young Wakey in the Kraken Ferrari as well heading in. Apex Humper. Oh man, we can have a lot of fun after 9 o'clock with nicknames like Sneaky Stevo and Apex Humper. Oof. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Nah, I can't do anything with that right now. That's alright. Captain Muffin, P10, half-second penalty. I'll leave that one alone. Niff, 1 second penalty. Oh, the penalties are...
Well, these guys are pushing it really hard, and this track really likes to kick your butt with these penalties, these track limits. Yeah, it can be torturous.
I don't know if it's just me. I set the standard pretty high for these guys. I would have thought they'd know better in regards to the penalties, but in the same breath, they're also a lot faster than I am, so maybe I'll just not say anything on that at all, and I will leave them alone.
And Tombo with a 3-second penalty as well.
We should keep like a running sheet of who gets the most time penalty tonight, just as a secondary award, I would say.
It would drive these guys crazy just getting one.
That is true. That is very true. So as Niff's pulled into the pits as well. Tombo's still down at P13. I don't think that's very indicative of what he can do.
Mountain go up the 4th.
So Foss is still in on pole position. How is he tracking through the first sector?
Oh, reset for Mountain Goat. He went into the bus stop, went over the grass, and got reset back on the track.
Oh, he got reset just behind as his teammate comes flashing through. That could have ended
that
quite
feeling.
badly. There we go. G, she's up into P3. Although having said that, you had a pretty darn good comeback drive after that off.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Going into that bus stop, I must have been maybe a foot too much over to the right, and yeah, it bounced, and I had no steering, and straight through I went.
That bus stop does tend to unsettle the cars. I think some of the drivers here are finding that out the hard way tonight, and copping some time penalties accordingly.
GTR being the gentleman pulled over to the side, let Moses through on his flying lap.
But Geesh coming up to he's up on his personal best time by 800ths. That will be enough to get him ahead of GDR into P2, but not at this point into pole position. Mind you, it's only the first sector. Although, having said that, this track is only 2 and a bit sectors long, so I'm not sure what that's worth. Oh, and he's 200ths down now. Shows you how close the margin for error is in this category.
Scrape the wall.
Does have a handy slipstream though, and he makes something work. I'd say he's going to have this lap and one more to pull out a clutch lap. How's GDR tracking? He is purple by 200ths. Going through the first sector. Gets a decent run through the bus stop. The McLaren is very stable through there. You can basically flatline it. Whereas something like the Ferrari, I think just doing your best to not die.
Still purple.
GDR is still purple. 400ths this time. Is he going to knock? Can he knock Foss off the top of the grid? He'll get one more lap if he doesn't. How does he fare? Bang! qualifying. There is pole by 1/10. Knocks Foss back to P2. He will be absolutely, GDR that is, he will be absolutely stoked with that. Does have a little bit of a slipstream from Lenosis here. Maybe that was his gentlemanly reason for letting Lenosis through was, I want a slipstream. I mean, all's fair in love and war.
Yeah, very smart.
Gee, she's got a slipstream here from Foss, by the looks of it. How are these guys going down? Foss goes through the first sector. He is red. And I didn't quite... Oh, Foss has had a... Oh, he's not gone well at the bus stop. He has skipped the bus stop and gone straight through.
Mountain Goat was blue by 600s, but he's having a hard time going to the bus stop.
How's Geesh through this second sector? Oh, he's 1/10 down. That's not going to go well for him. Wacky into P5. He's put himself into a dangerous position. .113 final lap. I don't think Wakey's going to improve. Nope, he's had a bit of a mare.
Mountain Goat up to third.
There we go. Goaty pulls out a little bit of a clutch lap, his best lap on the final run. Lap 9. And I am pretty sure that that is our qualifying run and done. So we shall take ourselves a quick look at those qualifying results. So on pole position tonight is for Blacklight Motorsport is GTR with a 1 minute 7.466. Now that is ridiculous. Pretty sure the Blacklight team owner in the form of the Good Doctor, by the way, belated happy birthday, just to rub it in. I'm sure he's going to be happy that his driver's on pole and also slightly nauseated by how quick that is at the same time. So, and on joining him on the front row of the grid for BSR is Foss. On the second row of the grid is the his BSR teammate, the form of Mountain Goat, and just in front of Geesh for CP Motorsports. So those two picking up where they left off at the end of the last season. On the third row of the grid is Young Wacky for Kraken Motorsports, and on his S1 return is Scooter McGavin for Doghouse Motorsports. I got Dale Teeks for Kraken Esports on P7. We've got Nif for CP Motorsports in P8. P9 is my boy Ricky Bobby for APR Motorsports. P10 improving on his earlier qualifying. Morgan Davies for Black Rose Racing. In his S1 main game debut is Sneaky Stevo for Jamco in the Ferrari Death Machine. P12 is Apex Humper, also on an S1 debut for Zero Turn, knocking out his returning teammate of Captain Muffin in P13, and rounding out the grid tonight is Tombo for Blacklight. So we've got Blacklight on the front and back rows of the grid tonight. So one could argue that the whole field is a Blacklight sandwich. It'd be a pretty weak argument, to be honest, but anyway. So, YouTube chat. Give me your thoughts. Who's going to be your top 3 in race 1 tonight?
I think out of the qualifying, I think GTR, I think he's got a point to prove to Mountain Goat and Geesh. I'm still around. Look out for me. Big shout out to Wakey because he had a hard time getting into the lobby. Really had no practice, so pulling off a 5th, that's well done, mate. And I'm sorry for the problems. Other than that, the other thing is too, there are 5 teams who all have a partner on the track. So look out for cars helping each other. See what happens.
I imagine there will definitely be a lot of teamwork going on tonight, and as long as you're not, maliciously hindering other drivers. It's all fair. Just having a look at the YouTube chat. Speaking of returning drivers, I spot with my little eye, a wild Just the Atom. Good evening, Adam. Nice to see you hanging around the traps again. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. Possibly supporting his countrymen in the form of Scooter. It's probably safe to say that the good doc is quite happy. He's going off in the chat. Karen, you might be a little bit lost, but maybe you could be like me when I watch the AFL. I don't really support a team. I sort of follow one, but I don't have any emotional involvement, so I can just sit back and watch it and enjoy it. So maybe try that one. Just sit back and enjoy. Well, worst case scenario, support Morgan. You know, former driver. Just do that. I don't know. Just have fun, whatever you're doing. Anyway, I think that's enough waffling from me. I think we should kick off this race and get the action started. What do you say, Revs?
Yes, I'm ready to go. And
Beautiful.
Here we go. Ooh, we just lost Scooter 82. Has left the room. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Okie dokie. That's not good. Right. Okay, well, I guess the audience are going to be subjected to a little bit more of me just waffling on, because we may need to what's going on?
Let's see if he's going to come back in.
Oh, hang on. We have some communications coming through from Scooter. I am seeing a message coming through. It's typing.
He's back into the lobby.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, you might just have to bear with us. We're going to have to do a manual grid set, I would imagine. Alright, so if we could get that done, that would be amazing.
Yep, working on it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to be content with the sound of my voice and no racing action to go with it for a little bit. I am guessing that due to some form of electronic mischief, that is a reason for a slight dropout of the doghouse car. It's being wheeled out to the pits, it's been worked on, and we will be doing our best to get him back on the grid as soon as possible. Just the Adam saying, no Lamborghini, I'm insulted. Well, the intent was not to insult, but yeah, the Lamborghini is, well, the Lamborghini, and it doesn't quite fit into what we wanted from these cars for this season. So that was why the Lamborghini was not one of the options that was available. And out of the options that were available, just personally speaking, my skill set allowed me to drive the McLaren, the Ferrari, and ironically, the Ford was a contender for a while. The thing that put me personally against the Ford was where the Ford was good, it was good. Where it wasn't good, you may as well just not show up that week. It was terrible.
You needed earbuds to drive the car. It was so loud.
Oh, speaking of loud, so was a Ferrari. Which Ford was allowed? The GT18? I think it was that one. Let me check my notes. Words of DJ Smooth, let me hear my throat. The Ford GT race car. can't remember what year that one was.
In chat it says the GT18, but
I believe that was the one. I actually did enjoy driving the Peugeot and the what's the other one? The Alfa
heads
Romeo.
up, we're ready to go.
Oh, really? Right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to listen to me waffle on anymore. We are good to go. So strap yourselves in. I hope you got your drinks, get your snacks, and don't look away because things are about to get very, very feisty. Time to punch that button.
Gave the call. There we go. 8 seconds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want your top 3 predictions in the chat, post haste. Let's go. Cars are on the grid. Revs are up, waiting for the starting signal.
First race of season 11. Yes, mate.
Here we go. Got the light sequence starting. Cars are coming down the main straight. Let's go. Category 1, Group A, Race 1. Everyone's looking pretty good off the start. Everyone's behaving themselves. Love to see it. It's all line astern here through turn 1. It's a bit of a porker fest, not gonna lie. Got GDR and the McLaren leading the way over Foss, Mountain Goat. Gish there, P4. Young Wacky bringing some Italian flair, breaking up that German precision. Scooter 82 is currently the meat in a Kraken Esports sandwich. Bit of movement going on ahead. That's Cody just giving his teammate a bit of a hurry up. Don't want to let GDR get away. So as we have seen in qualifying, GDR in that McLaren is mighty quick, and I'm not sure if the Porsches would be able to keep with him if he was to skip off. There is definitely teamwork going on in the BSR camp. No such thing. No such thing for, in the BSR.
Boss has got himself a 1 second penalty.
Oh, I think I think that might be Mountain Goat's cue to take over P2. He does so at the bus stop. There is no such teamwork going on in the form of Gish in P4 and Young Wacky in P5.
GTR looking very serious about this.
He has already managed to crack out 6/10. I think he will want to break the slipstream as quickly as he can over Young Mountain Goat. And after Foss has served his penalty, that's put Gish up into P3. Wakey in P4. Scooter McGavin, P5. Foss has dropped back to P6, which has put him back into the clutches of the other CP Porsche, the form of NIF. Dale Teague's P8, Lenosis P9, but he's got a Morgan Davey and a Sneaky Steve-O and an Apex Humper for company. And this could go 4 wide into the bus stop. I would not recommend that. Oh, Morgan, Apex and Steve-O. Or there's Steve-O humping at Apex. Lenosis has had a moment. He's gone very deep at the bus stop.
Ooh, penalties, Sneaky Steve-O.
Oh, Sneaky Steve-O wasn't sneaky enough. He's copped a penalty.
Ooh, and another.
Oh, that's not gone well at all. Checking back up front. GDR has had his lead chopped down to 3/10. Mountain Goat's managing to hang with him. Geesh is still there. He's lurking, claiming a fastest lap with a 1:08.145. He can't afford to relax either though. He's got young Wakey there in P4 for company. Scooter 82 showing that he has not lost any of his pace since he's been gone. He's there in P5 and the little Peugeot that could. Boss hanging on P6. Myth P7, but he's got a very feisty looking Dale Teaks for company. Back in, Morgan's
carrying a 1.5 penalty as well, so I'll put that in the book.
add that to his tally. Oh, here we go. Tombo's getting very, very racy here, down, chucking it down the inside of Lenosis. Moves up into P10, says thank you very much, I'll have that. Possibly a bit forceful, but as they both go past Dale Teaks after serving his penalty, ooh, it gives Apex Humper a bit of a touch. Has Apex Humper picked up an invoice for that one? No, that's all good.
Fastest lap from Sting Teach with a 1:08.145.
Checking back in. Well, the gaps are still the same up the front. About 4/10 between GDR and Goaty. Half a second between Goat and Geesh. Half a second back again, back to young Wakey. Another half a second back to Scooter. Then there's a little bit more daylight back to Foss to the tune of 1.5 seconds.
I think with the 20-minute endurance round, I think these guys are driving to a tire lap more than a fuel lap, because fuel's really not a question here. But tires here, this track is really harsh on these tires, so these guys have to look out for that, especially at the speeds they're going.
I think these Cat 1A guys will be a little bit more susceptible to the tyre wear implications than someone like myself. I think most of my driving was a skill issue rather than a car problem. And these guys have no such skill issues.
New fastest lap by GTR with a 1:07.729. That's very quick race pace.
Geez, that's race pace in free air. And he's managed to pull out a gap to 1.1 seconds back to Goaty, so he's almost broken the slipstream. And I guess that may beg the question, if Geesh can catch back onto the back of Goaty, will they work together to catch up to GTR?
GTR's purple again, going into the last corner. Oh, he had to let off a little bit, almost scraping the wall.
And as I've learned the hard way, that does cost him. And scraping the wall, to add insult to injury, will give you a half-second track limit penalty.
This track really likes to spin. Oh, Wakey. Or Wacky, he's got a 2.5 penalty. That's an add-up of a few track limits there.
Oh, that's going to hurt. If he serves that this lap, that will leave him, well, he'll definitely get swallowed up by Scooter. He's going to have to serve that very shortly. We're going to have Scooter 82 coming on through. And just behind him, he's got Foss. Lost a few places early on. Young Wacky may come under fire here from Nif as well, who goes flying old past. So poor Wacky's dropped down to P7. He will be cursing and screaming underneath that helmet. Won't be a happy camper. But, unfortunately, that's the way the track limit penalties go. If you've got them, you unfortunately earned them. Back in the front, GDR's still got that 1.3, 1.4 second lap. He's just managing to crank out the tenths. I think the McLaren might just have the straight line pace advantage over the Porsche, at this circuit at least. Won't be much, but every little bit counts on a sprint race in a short circuit like this, as Godey does his best lawn mowing service impersonation on the exit of the bus stop. He's done well to not pick up a penalty, but he has lost half a second to GDR, and he's put himself back into the clutches of Geesh. Race 1, season 11, we are back to normal programming with Godey and Geesh going at it, hammer and tongue.
Yeah, with the legendary GTR saying, "Come and get me."
It's definitely, at this point, he's 2.1 seconds up. Catching him is certainly, will be a difficult task with at the halfway point of this race. And just looking at the lap times he's setting, he's 108, 108, 108, 107, 107, 108, 107, and he's purple again. Wow. Whereas we've got Godey in P2 just in these solid 108s, and he's cooked it again at the bus stop, and that has let Geesh just go sailing on by as easily as you please. Picks up P2. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Let's see if we can catch that on our LJ Media action replay. There we go. So Godey's just gone lawn mowing again. Lost a bit of pace, and that's just let Geesh go around the outside, just like those two trailer park girls that Eminem so infamously speaks of. And takes home P2. But in other news, Godey's teammate Foss has found his way back up to P4. He's back in P6, P7 at one point, so he's done well to get back up where he is. Scooter 82, P5.
Up one place.
If down in P6. He's going to have to contend with a very, very angry looking young Wakey. Tombo on a great bit of a charge at the moment. He's up to P8. Didn't have a great qualifying. He started in P13 from memory. Well, 13, P14.
Who are we talking about? Sorry.
Tombo.
Tombo. Hold on.
That's right. Blacklight had first and last on the grid, so Tombo is up to P8 from last. Sensational effort so far. Got Apex Humper in P9. On debut, and also with a brand new team, so good to see them in the top 10 so far. And I'll stop talking about them because the commentator's curse is a thing. Very, very colourful down this end of the grid. We've got the zero turn cars sandwiching a APR motorsport car. Lot of colour down here. Morgan Davey is under a huge amount of pressure here from Dale Teagues, who wants to send it into the bus stop. Good luck trying to outbrake Morgan Davies in a Porsche there, but always a bit wiggly. Manages to hold the speed. Both Dale Teagues and Sneaky Steve-O want to look down the inside. Dale Teagues gets the move done, second last corner. Morgan Davies copping it from everywhere right now. Sneaky Steve-O wants a sniff. Doesn't quite get the exit he needs onto the main straight. Getting into turn one will be very ambitious, I would imagine. I think he's just settled back in to go line astern at this point. Without putting the moxie on him, I think GDR's what's the technical term for this? He's buggered right off. He is 5 seconds to the good in front of Jish in P2, who still has Mountain Goat for company 2/10 off the back bumper. So I can't help but wonder that if a little bit of fighting with these two has allowed GTR to skip off a little bit faster than he might have.
I'm not sure if the Porsche's tires are hurting here.
Really?
Yeah, I do believe they're struggling on the tire. They're doing a tire lap instead of a top speed lap, that's for sure. And whereas GTR is looking very hard in all the corners, he's certainly not letting off.
Well, Godey's had a little bit of a twitchy moment there coming out of turn 1, struggling to get traction down. So there might be some merit to what you're saying about the tyres on the Porsche. So let's just jump on board, I reckon. Let's go for a ride with young Godey. Ooh, there is a lot of tyre squeal going on. Pretty smooth for the most part. His teammate Voss is slowly reeling him back in. He's down to a second. Then there's a fairly comfortable gap back to Scooter in P5, who's a very solid performance here tonight. Tombo's up into P6. There is a man on a mission there in that McLaren.
Impressive.
He's gotten past young Wacky in the Ferrari. And that would be a no easy feat. This is a charge and a half from the Blacklight driver here tonight. I know it's not 9 o'clock, but I'm just going to say it. Those are bloody sensational drives so far. And
McLarens are looking awesome at Watkins Glen.
I'm going to take the camera off him because so I don't jinx him, but I may have jinxed young Wacky, who's got a half-second penalty. And good to see my boy Lenosis back into P8. He's got an Apex humper for company. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. Yeah, there's lots of things I can say, but again, it's not 9 o'clock, so I can't say any of those. He's run a little bit wide there on the exit of turn 1. Oh. Got a lot of support in the YouTube chat from the Zero Turn team owner. Apparently they are to execute Order 66. If you're not a Star Wars fan, that will not make any sense to you. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know what that means. And Lenosis is serving a half-second penalty right now, so I think that is Order 68. It's just one short. And that's about all I can say because it's still before 9 o'clock. Right, so we go back and yeah, GDR is completely buggered off. He is 7 seconds out front of Jish, who has got Mountain Goat 3/4 of a second behind, and Foss has managed to catch back up. So is there going to be some bump draft teamwork, or is Foss going to give Godey the finger as he goes past down the straight? I think he's giving his teammate the finger right now as they come into the bus stop. And Foss goes flying on by and picks up P3. And so some interesting things going on in the BSR camp. I would dearly love to be able to be listening in on that team radio right now. But Foss is cleared out from Godey, so it's entirely possible that Goat's tyres are hurting.
Oh, they're more than hurting. They're screaming at it.
Rightio, so there's tyre issues for the Porsches. As we are at 19.5 minutes, so I would say that this will be our final lap for these guys. Ooh, Scooter 82 now has Tombo for company. Goes defensive into turn 1. Tombo gets the run. Doesn't quite have the overtake yet, but he will have the slipstream up this, well, I'd say it's a long straight, but it's not really straight. It's kind of bendy. But it's full throttle and flat out, so it's close enough for me. Having said that, that little Peugeot, that's no slouch in a straight line. That thing's a weapon. Tombo in the McLaren does have a much easier time going through the bus stop. He is right back on the rear bumper of Scooter. He can smell a P5. He wants it. They're side by side. Scooter's got the inside. And we will skip back to GDR crossing the finish line to take the win in race 1. Geesh will bring home P2 by a very slim margin over Foss, bringing in P... Wait, no, they get an extra lap. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry, everyone gets a little lap. Don't mind me. Moving on. So Tombo is looking up the inside of Scooter. Oh, that was a little bit firm, shall we say. But he does manage to get his way past as the final lap has been called. The Tombo on a record-breaking charge here in Group 1 from P13 up into P5. Making up 8 spots in Cat 1A. Like, that's borderline unheard of. But GTR will, as I said earlier, cross the line to take the win in race 1 in a very comfortable fashion. Geesh will take home P2 over Foss in P3, Mount Goat P4, Tombo in a very well-earned and hard-fought for P5, Scooter McGavin P6, Young Wacky, that penalty hurting him into P7, Captain Muffin into P8, Lenosis P9, Apex Humper cracking the top 10 on debut. Dale Teeks bringing in P11, Sneaky Sneevo bringing in P12, Niff having a bit of a drop down the order into P13, as does Morgan Davey, rounding out our grid tonight. Now that is a race 1 run and done, so let us just have a little bit of a recap of our finishing results, because I'm sure there'll be a certain Blacklight team owner who would be loving to see these results again. I'm pretty sure he would love to see them for race 2 as well. Sorry, I'm just having some minor technical issues here. There we go, we have the race results. So, Paul for the race win and the fastest lap of a 1:07.637, which is a bloody fast race lap, not gonna lie, no slipstream, clear air. The Blacklight Motorsport is a GTR, P2 Geesh, P3 Foss, P4 Goat, P5 Tombo, P6 Scooter, P7 Wacky, P8 Captain Muffin, bit of a comeback drive from him, nicely done. P9 carrying a penalty but didn't make much of a difference is a Lenosis, P10 Apex Humper. Kind of just want to call him Humper. I'm not sure if I can get away with that, but whatever. P11 Dale Teagues, P12 Old Mate Sneaky, P13 Niff, and rounding out the 14 position is Morgan Davies. Be sure he is going to want to improve on that for race 2. Wow, there was a lot to unpack there. Now I figure Revs is probably busy getting our grid set up for race 2, so I won't disturb him too much. Statement drive by GTR, says Karen in the chat. Yes. Although, to play devil's advocate, maybe the track favours McLaren more than the... still a bloody sensational drive from GTR. It's good to see him back on form. It's been a hot minute. He's had a bit of a rough time of late, but yes, he's certainly come back in season 11, and he is keen to stamp his authority on this group of drivers. He's not here to procreate with the arachnids, should we say. Karen is also, this racing is making me itchy to race again. Well, get in there. Stop making excuses. Get in there. Although I think you're probably not Div 4 pace. Get out of it. You know, if you're coming back to race, mate, you're not going seal clubbing. That's not going to happen. Grovel in the chat, stunning, hashtag no bias. None at all. None at all. In regards to the doghouse cars looking stunning, yeah, I'm a big fan of Scooter's car. Red and the black is, I don't know, it's a bit of a, to me, it's a very strong throwback to the PWR Megans from last season. Now, while mentioning the Megans might trigger some PTSD and repressed memories for some of you, I didn't mind them. I mean, they were pretty good before the Bob nerfed them, but, you know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, what are your thoughts for race 2? Is it going to be GDR out the front by a country mile again? Who's your top 3? Come on. Talk to me, let me know.
I'd have to say GTR is definitely the hot favorite for the next race. See what happens with Mountain Goat. He really was tough on them tires in the first race. See how he goes in over the next 20 minutes on the long track. Maybe he might be able to pull something out there. But Tombo, what excellent drive. Put himself up there in, what, 5th was it? He finished? From all the way back. That's a great drive. So look out for Tombo, especially being that McLaren, as we found out GTR is so quick.
Yes, he is definitely in a hot contention for driver of the day this evening, just quietly. So race 1 goes from P13 to P5. Let's see what he can do in race 2. How are we tracking for the grid setup for race 2?
Working on it.
Lovely, lovely.
Probably another minute.
That's okay. That's alright. I mean, it just means the viewers have to put up with me talking. So,
yeah, well, it's just to let the viewers know. We here at Sector 1 believe that everybody should have a race, whether they're having problems getting into our lobbies or not. So we put things into place to help drivers work out their problems with us so they can get into the lobby. Sector 1 has the best rules, the best racing. If you want the best and fairest runaround in all of the Sector 1 sports or in any of the racing, you come to Sector 1 and I guarantee you'll find the best drivers in the game. And that's
hashtag no bias.
No bias, just a little
hashtag
bit.
But, no bias.
I mean, our regulations, we had a problem with someone getting into the lobby. So we put in another host. And he takes over, and he's actually doing it. We have to communicate, which is a little bit harder. And he's also driving. So a big heads up to Lenosis for doing the hosting. As yeah,
It is on one hand, it's fortunate that we have these backup measures in place. On the other hand, it's unfortunate that we have to have these backup measures in place. It would be,
GT7 doing GT7 things.
it'd be nice if they could just make servers and internet that, you know, works.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, we just, we soldier on. And hopefully, I will throw another apology to everyone for having to listen to me waffle on so much tonight. It has been a long time since I've done a stream. Not gonna lie, I'm knocking most of the rust off, so hopefully by, I'd say about round 6 I should... Okay, nah, just kidding. I will be doing my best to be fully up to speed and back on it as of round 2. I've actually been fortunate enough this weekend to be able to put in some practice for next week's race, so it's a bit of a novelty for me to be able to practice the week before a race as opposed to several hours before the race. New thing for me. Having some trouble adjusting to it, but I like it.
I'm going to find out if we're ready.
Alright, everyone in the YouTube chat, hopefully you are sitting comfortably. You've got your drinks, you've got your snacks, you've got your... I'm not sure what else you would have, to be honest.
We're ready to go.
I'd say stress toys for some of you, but we have gotten the confirmation that we are good to go. So, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We are good to go. We are waiting on the big purple and pink polka dotted button to be pressed.
And
We are checking.
it's been pressed.
We are checking.
7 seconds.
Michael, I have sent an email. Alright. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. We are on. GDR starting on the front of the grid as he did in the previous race. So it will be in his best interest to have a good clean turn 1 and bugger off into the distance.
He
Lights
really
are
did
on.
look impressive in the first race.
Cars are rolling. And we are green! Everybody, of course, getting a fantastic start, courtesy of the rolling starts. Nobody breaks traction off the line because there is no line. All things are very nice and clean through turn 1. That makes me a very happy person. Will we see the same level of teamwork from the BSR boys? Will Foss give Mountain Goat the go on through, or will he give him the finger going down the straight like he did last race? Or both the BSR cars are doing their best lawn mowing impersonation coming through the bus stop. Is that going to be an invoice for their lawn mowing services? Well, they've gotten away with that one, so they've lost a little bit of time. Churning up the grass and using all the track of the exit of the chute. Tombo's holding his own. Young Wacky's managed to get his way past Scooter 82. He's now coming under fire from Captain Muffin. So far, GDR still doing GDR things. He's got 4 tenths up on Geesh. Sorry, good doc, it's not the Blacklight McLaren, it's the TMR McLaren. Cheeky sponsor plug. quiet so far. I was expecting things to kick off a little bit more. Geesh is hanging with GDR. A little bit of a gap has formed between Geesh and Foss to the tune of 6.5 tenths. Mountain Goat's hanging in there. Tombo's still in P5. Got a very racy young Wacky there for company.
Lost with the penalty.
Oh, that's going to hurt the BSR team. Well, we've got young Wacky giving Tombo a bit of a hurry up. Oh, that was nearly bad. Yeah. Leave that one alone. Not a steward. Wait a minute. Not in this instance. I'm just a commentator. But young Wacky. Oh, has to swerve around a slowed up Foss. It was serving that penalty. So Foss has dropped back to P6. So let Tombo move up to P4. Check it back in. Geesh is 7 tenths off the back of GDR. That gap is just creeping out, that little bit by little bit. Must be incredibly frustrating not being able to catch him at this stage, but we'll see what happens later on in the race. Being the long circuit, the tyre wear might play out a little bit differently.
And they're already in the 144s. ETI with the 144.954, so they're already in the 44.
Jeez, calm your farm, gentlemen. Speaking of calm your farm, it's getting a little feisty back here in P4. Foss makes his way back through on young Wacky, who's also made his way past Tombo, as has Scooter 82, knocking Tombo back down to P7, sorry. And that's going to leave Tombo. Tombo has a 1 second penalty now as well. He's already under fire from the 2 0-turn drivers in the form of Captain Muffin and Humper. Muffin and Humper. I swear these jokes just write themselves. Like, no further work required. It's been written for me. So Niff joining the party, P9. So that penalty for Tombo is things have gone from bad to worse. He's been knocked back down to P11. He's now coming under fire from Sneaky Stevo in the Jamco Ferrari with also nicely coloured wheels. And speaking under fire, Morgan Davies is putting the heat on Lenosis, who's now back into P14. Not the greatest run tonight. GDR's back out to 1.1 seconds over Geesh, who is 8 tenths to the good over Mountain Goat. He's got a fair bit of daylight back to his teammate in the form of 2.3 seconds. His teammates kind of got his hands full at the moment. He's got young Wakey and Scooter heavily in the tow, heading towards the bus stop. I hear a lot of tyre squealing at the bus stop. I think that was Mountain Goat having a bit of a horror through them.
And GTI had a little bit of a slide as well.
That hasn't hurt him too badly. He's still 1.3 up on Geesh. So the McLaren certainly a strong performer here at Watkins Glen. GDR taking full advantage of it. Cody's still hanging in there or thereabouts with Geesh. Bosch has managed to get nearly half a second of breathing space over young Wacky, who has a Doghouse Peugeot as a bumper sticker on the back of that Kraken Ferrari. little French thing ain't going away. French not going away probably does annoy the Italians a fair bit. So far, all fairly smooth. Now that I've said that, wait for the carnage to just absolutely unfold. I have just been informed it is now 9 PM. Yes. I'm going to take it easy. I'm just going to ease into this.
I was just going to say, well, shit. Well, anyways.
There we go. We got it out of the way. It's done.
The top three have walked away, and so they got themselves a 2.4 second lead up against Foss. That GTR, I think he's got a point to prove. He's like said, look at what happened last season. He's like going, hey, I'm the man to beat this year. Come and catch me. And he's very impressive.
Definitely putting on a show for us so far. Don't think there's much the Porsches can do. I'm happy to be proven wrong. These guys have proven me wrong many, many times before. Got Foss bringing young Wacky along to the party. Scooter's just dropped off the back of them a little bit. Just over a second. He's got 1.5 seconds back to the zero turn brigade in the form of Muffin and Humper. And they're also bringing a few more guys along with, in the form of another Porsche in NIF. The CP Mobile as Dale Teak sends it down the inside of turn 1. Gets it done very nicely under brakes. Thank you very much. Kind of checks up NIF's exit, and that's letting Tombo try to find a way past through the uphill section of the first sector. Not really much space. I learned the hard way, if you get a little bit offline, you will smack into the wall, and that will hurt the car as well as your top end speed. Yeah, highly recommend not doing that. Oh, there we go. Dale Teeks was very, very cheeky there at the bus stop. Is that going to come with an invoice? Nope, nope, he's gotten away with that. Okay, nicely done. I mean, if you can get away with it, by all means, do it.
New fastest lap, 144.861 by GTR.
Oh, bloody hell.
He's starting to walk away. Yeah. The difference is GTR's been doing 144 highs, 0.9 every lap, except for that fifth one where he did the 0.8. Whereas Goody and Geach are doing 145s. Maybe it's the car that McLaren is just looking really good here. They outdone themselves.
Oh, here we go. Someone's serving a penalty. Who's the naughty boy? Tombo.
Out.
Nope, nope, nope. That was a little bit ago. Never mind. Don't mind me.
Good 82 with a 0.5 penalty. He just did his fastest lap.
Go. Geesh is coming under fire here from Mountain Goat. He's back within 3/10. But while GTR might be able to skip away from the two of these guys, I think they will be more than happy to resume their battle from last season. Goat has a look down the inside there. Geesh closes the door, says, nothing doing, young fella. Although, having said that, they're probably around the same age, so I'm not sure how the young fella kind of fits into this. But hey, we don't let the truth get in the way of the good story here. Speaking of a good story, Goaty's teammate Foss is back into P4. Scooter 82, or he is in P5. He is serving a half-second penalty. So that is going to bring, hello, Captain Muffin and Humper are coming back through, P6 and P7 respectively. The zero turn boys are certainly turning it on in race 2. Yeah, you like that one? You like that one? Dale Teeks in P8, and I'm seeing a no wakey from Bumcrack.
Oh, wow.
So let's have a little bit of a look here and see if we can find... Oh, wakey is dropped all the way back down to P13. Oh, that has not gone well at all for the young fella.
Yeah. GTR just said, take this, boys, 144.485. I repeat, 44.4.
Oh, jeez, pack up and go home, boys. That's damn. A 44.4 race lap in clean air. Hey, good dog, what have you been feeding him down there, mate?
Impressive GTR.
Damn, son. He is absolutely on fire. And before Diswood says anything, no, that's not my dinner on fire, that is GTR. So if anything sets off my smoke alarm, that will be him and his driving tonight, because it is hot. There we go, I'm done. Alright, Mountain Goat. Speaking of hot, Mountain Goat has taken over the P2 position from Geesh. While we've been waxing lyrical, he's been busy making up positions.
Well, Go's looking after his tires a little bit better this round, so yeah, look out for him to come in stronger maybe in the later parts of this race.
Speaking of coming on stronger, his teammate Foss in P4 is slowly making up the gap. He's down to 1.4 back from Geesh at this point. He was, I think it was 2.7 or something thereabouts a couple of laps ago, so 6 minutes to go. He's certainly got the time to catch back up. Looking back down the grid, we've got Scooter McGavin in P5. He's got a little bit of clear air, but maybe not for much longer, as you've got the zero turn brigade coming through. Captain Muffin leading the way, living up to his nickname of Captain Penalty with a half-second penalty. So that will clear the way for his teammate Humper to come on through. I'm not touching that, I'm leaving that alone. I realised what I said, and I'm just going to move on. So
it's after 9, you're safe.
Muffin will be serving that penalty very, very shortly, and that may also let Tombo come on through. He's in P9 at the moment. Morgan Davies is back up into P10, bringing Sneaky Steve-O with him in the Jamco Ferrari. Niff having a bit of a mare at the moment, carrying a half-second penalty that he is about to serve. So that will let young Wakey back on through, I would imagine. Will he sneak on through before the next braking zone? Oh, yes, just gets it done. Mountain Goats just managed to pull out a couple of tenths on top of Geesh. At this point, the gap between Geesh and Foss is down to 1.1 seconds. We've got just over 4 minutes of racing to go. This could come down to the wire for the third step on the podium. May not be who's got the most pace out of these two Porsches. It might be who's got the better conditioned tyres.
Yeah, that tire, that front lap is starting to scream at Geesh.
There's some comments in the YouTube chat that I would love to read out, but I'm just going to leave it alone. We're going to let the racing do the talking here, I think. Geesh is hanging in there at the moment in P3. Under a second to Goat in front of him. Under a second to Foss behind him. He's got to have 4 eyes at this point. He's got to have 2 of them in front, 2 of them behind him. Certainly capable of holding his own up here. Scooter 82 still in a solid P5. Pretty sure the doghouse. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, some slight coughing issues. I'm sure the doghouse guys will be very, very happy with Scooter's drive tonight.
Yeah, good on him.
Got Dale Teeks up into P6, so I mean, there's some small consolation for the Kraken team owner in the form of Bumcrack, who was the RD for the previous race, lamenting young Wakey's misfortune, but you've still got some another driver's fortune you can celebrate, I guess, as a compensation package. Captain Muffin in P7. He's come back after serving that penalty of his, and Tombo is now the meat in the zero-turn sandwich. But Tombo is looking very, very racy here against Captain Muffin as he pulls out of the slipstream into the braking zone or the bus stop. They're going too wide through the bus stop. Oh my god. And everybody comes out alive. They're still side by side through that sweeping right-hander. Tombo is pushing the point here. He's not letting it go. Muffin goes to send it back the inside, but Tombo manages to shut the door and says, I will have that P7, thank you very much. I would very much like to watch that side by side through the bus stop again. So let's do that, because that was amazing. And I have completely cooked it, so unfortunately we will not be watching that again.
This is from race control. We're on the last lap. This is the last lap. Woohoo!
Oh, for crying out loud, I swear if my microphone was muted again, I'm going to lose it. No, my microphone is not muted. The... you know what? I'm not running through all that again.
Com's going, eh? Ooh.
Yep, look. I have the feeling that after tonight, the current microphone I have is going to have a very short, one-sided conversation with a sledgehammer. And there might just be a new microphone for round 2. So, everyone in the chat, you've already started throwing it in. Driver of the Day nominations.
Well, I got to do a couple of shout-outs. Shout out to Lenosis, man. I know it must have been hard being the host, setting the grids up. So shout out to that. Wakey had problems getting into the lobby, so I can understand why he might have had problems today. GTR, what a race! I think he made a statement to Cody and Geesh. I'm here. But Tombo did. He qualified really badly. He moved all the way up to 4th place. Then he fell all the way back to the rear again, and then he's come all the way back up again to 7th place. So my driver of the day is going to Tombo.
That's a fair nomination. Yeah, look. Honourable mention for driver of the day. GDR.
Yeah.
Very honourable mention. Also an honourable mention for driver of the day is Scooter. But I am going to give my driver of the day nomination to Tombo.
Yeah.
I think
McLaren was something else today.
He had a very sensational climb up the grid after a less than stellar qualifying session in race 1. And then probably didn't have he had a bit of an up and down performance in race 2, but definitely clawed his way back after losing a few positions early on. So definitely a driver of the day worthy drive in my opinion. Apparently also honourable mention to my comms and smoke alarm. Well, the smoke alarm thankfully was a non-appearance on the grid tonight, which is good. We may have rewired the comms box, so the smoke alarm is no longer an issue. And the comms, yeah, like I said, this microphone is going to have a conversation with a sledgehammer very, very shortly, so yeah, I don't think it'll be an issue in the future.
Ooh.
That's okay. That's alright. The mute button does come in handy at times. especially when I am choking on my Ribena cordial. And yes, the liquid decides that that's a breathing tube, not a swallowing tube. So I'd like to say thank you very much to everybody who joined us on the stream tonight. It's always a pleasure having you all here and engaging in the chat, and also hitting that like and subscribe button if you guys haven't already. I'd like to say thank you also to both of our, or all of our race directors tonight, in the form of Bumcrack, Revs, and a guest appearance from Lenosis. As Rev said earlier, we kind of have backup plans in place, and while we prefer to not have to engage said backup plans, it's always a good thing that we have it available when we need to. So
Yeah, big time.
and I guess that is all from me. Anything else you'd like to add there, Revs?
Just looking forward to Interlagos next week. That's going to sort out a lot of people. We're going to see what the tire wear is, what kind of fuel-saving cars can do. Interlagos should be an interesting race. I hope to see you guys there and you on track.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it myself. So same time, same place, people. We will be back next week for round 2 at Interlagos. Just a conventional round of racing next week, but I don't think things will be any less spicy and interesting, so please be sure to join us. And until next time, thank you very much.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around the States Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. He goes, oh my goodness!
Gee, she went wide.
Oh, he's run wide, it goes down!
Oh my!
Oh no! No! You can't do that!
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface. It's a spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight.